In today's gaming news, StarCraft II's Heart of the Swarm expansion launches tomorrow, the Valve-supported XI3 Piston is available for pre-order, Zynga claims all games are derived from other games, and the PlayStation 4 will outpower most PCs for years to come. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. It is Monday, March the 11th, and my name is Force, here with today's gaming news. First up today, StarCraft II's Heart of the Swarm expansion is available tomorrow, at which point you can finally purchase the second third of the game's campaign. The final third? Well, that'll be available in 2 years from now. Heart of the Swarm features a Zerg-focused campaign as a follow-up to the Terran campaign in 2010's Wings of Liberty. Besides more single-player content, the pack also adds a handful of multiplayer units, which is bound to stir things up in the competitive scene. Heart of the Swarm launches tomorrow with 2 versions available, a standard edition for $40 and a deluxe edition for $60. You know, when they first announced that StarCraft II was going to be split up into 3 games, each with separate campaigns for each of the races, a lot of people were up in arms. Now, I think by now the dust has settled and most people have come to terms with the fact that this is what they're doing. And honestly, I don't see what the big deal is. Some may complain that all 3 races should have had a campaign in the first game, but the truth is, they probably just would have been shorter. So, for people who love StarCraft II, drawing out the content and giving them more to have, that's going to be a good thing. Next up in news, the Valve-supported XI3 Piston is now available for pre-order, confirming that this is officially the year of consoles that are the size of a grapefruit. The XI3 Piston console is a mini gaming PC designed to play Steam games in big picture mode on your TV. This is the first unofficial Steam box to come to market, though it is Valve supported and backed. This modular gaming PC boasts 8GB of DDR3 RAM, a Radeon 7000 series GPU, and 3.2 GHz AMD Trinity quad-core processor. The Piston is available for pre-order now for $900, with additional SSD options available for a higher price. This is going to be a very interesting year when it comes to console gaming. Between the various Steam boxes coming out, the Ouya console, and then the next generation of Xbox and PlayStation, that's a lot of different devices, and for the casual gamer who's more than likely only going to purchase one of them, it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top and who gets left in the dust. Next up in news, Zynga has claimed that all games are derived from other games. Some games are just more derivative than others. In an open letter published to the public, Zynga New York boss Dan Porter said all games are derived from other games. This was in response to the gaming community's general sentiment that Zynga rips off other titles to make their games. Specifically, Zynga's Dream Heights appeared to be a direct copy of Nimblebit's Tiny Tower. Dan goes on to say that this has been happening long before Zynga. The debate about originality in games is vastly overblown and misses the mark. You know, on one hand, he's absolutely right. I mean, take a look at modern military shooters. Most of the game's level design and layout is exactly the same. Now, when you compare something like Dream Heights to Tiny Tower, which is where a lot of this Zynga debacle came from, it really looks like a blatant ripoff. But again, go back to modern shooters. They all almost look exactly the same. So it's a tough call. Are we all just riding the Zynga hate train, or is there a legitimate argument against their business practices? What do you guys think? Last up in news, the developer behind Just Cause has claimed that the PlayStation 4 will be more powerful than most PCs for years to come. What? That's a load of crap. In an interview with Gaming Bolt, Avalanche Studios co-founder Linus Blomberg expressed his excitement for the PS4. He said it's always very exciting with a new console cycle for a number of reasons. The PS4 will not only be a very powerful gaming machine from a hardware perspective, but it will also be a social tool and integrated marketplace more akin to the successful mobile devices. He went on to say, "I'm glad Sony decided to go with 8GB RAM because it means that the PS4 will outpower most PCs for years to come." The truth of the matter is that he's probably right. The PlayStation 4 is going to be more powerful than most PCs. Most PCs. Before you flip your lid and say, my PC is so much more powerful than the PlayStation 4, yeah, maybe it is if you're running a high-end gaming rig, but the average person's computer? the consoles of the next generation will probably be better for a few years. And that's basically all he was saying. Now what I want to know from you guys today is not do you have a more powerful PC than the PlayStation 4 or the next Xbox, but what do you think this is going to mean for console gamers and people who just game on the console? If you are a console gamer, how excited are you for bumped up graphics, visuals, resolution, and, well, FPS? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's episode of the show. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, this has been Force, and you have just been force-fed. I just want to set the record straight about this whole Dream Heights vs. Tiny Tower debacle. Look, so what if the level design and layout are similar? Have you ever been to a city? All the towers and skyscrapers look the same. Are they all copying each other? No. It's derivative. It's fine. We're not copying anything. Please don't sue us.